So this is sort of a different video. Instead of comparing two versions of Godzilla, today I decided why not do a versus battle between the two biggest incarnations of King Kong that ever existed in film. What I'm talking about is the King Kong from 1962's King Kong vs. Godzilla versus the Kong, or aka King Kong, from the new King Kong movie, Kong Skull Island. Which one will win? Let's discuss it. So, let's get started on the legendary Kong. Now, I will go over him briefly because there's a video explaining him, and in the link in the description if you guys want to know more, but I'm just going to tell you all of his feats, weaknesses, and heights and everything. So, Legendary's Kong stands at around approximately 107 feet or something like that. Probably close to that. This Kong is very, very agile, being able to jump really high, in fact. And he's even strong enough to literally lift up the small skull crawlers and just throw them out of the way. Even when he loses oxygen, and being heavily injured, he's still even up to battle. Like, if Kong is still gonna be like that in Godzilla vs. Kong, Godzilla's gonna have a tough time facing Kong, in my opinion. Some of his weaknesses include he's not immune to gunfire. That's one thing. And he is also just plain out. It's kind of just a big version of the Peter Jackson King Kong. Maybe just a bit taller, and I know it's his own separate thing, but think about it. This Kong uses things around him. That's what he was shown. He bashed the helicopters, but when he smashed them, the blades kind of hurt him because, like, I believe on his bicep, like right over there. Sorry, I'm not showing my full arm, but he got injured in the bicep, and when he went to treat the wound, he encountered the Meyer squid, and even though the Meyer squid is slightly larger than him, he still won, and he ate him for spaghetti. And not to mention, he also had a tough time facing off the big one. Ramarak, I think the big skull crawler's name is. Well, I'll just call him the big one. But the big one was able to lift up Kong and throw him into a cliff, which pretty much not injured him, but pretty much hurt him real bad, I would say. Just in my opinion. So, yeah. Kong was easily thrown by the big one, but yet again, he did pull off a great fight. Another feat is that he was strong enough to, also spoiler alert, should probably put a spoiler alert warning. As of this recording, I didn't put a spoiler alert warning, but I promise I will. But he was strong enough to rescue, I forget what her name was, but she fell in the water, and then Kong saved her, and was able to pull out the skull crawler, the skull crawler's internal organs, and that's how he won the fight. I would say that's pretty impressive, but sadly no victory roar like Godzilla's. Get out of here. This is not your battle. This is Kong's battle. But anyways, Kong's weaknesses, yeah, he's able. Alright, so yeah, features, he's able to kill the skullcrawler with just one hand, like he grabbed inside and pulled all the internal organs out, with also grabbing the skullcrawler with his other hand. I believe that's what happened. But he just grabbed his organs and there you go. And another thing is that Yeah, he's not immune to weaponry, unlike Godzilla. But I should probably stop mentioning Godzilla anyways, unless if you count the references and the after credits scene, which I shall not name of. But anyways, enough with that. So yeah, Kong is very, very, very powerful. If you guys want to know more about the legendary Kong, check out the link in the description. But anyways, let's move on to the Toho 1962 Kong. This Kong is slightly bigger and actually more durable. Here's why. So, this Kong stands at around 140 something feet and was almost as tall as Godzilla. And this Kong is very durable. Why? He took a shot to the atomic breath. And in my opinion, it takes a lot of durableness to stand the atomic breath. Imagine you, a puny little human, against Godzilla. He crushes you, or he blasts the atomic blast at you, like, blah, I don't know, just something like that. And it's going to kill you no matter what. Kong took it like a man. He took Godzilla's atomic breath like it was nothing. Yeah, sure, at first he kind of, like, backed off, like, wondered what it was, and he kind of got scared for a sec. But then when they countered each other, Kong just took it, like, he backed up again, but then ran right into Godzilla. He's also strong enough to grab his tail and swoop him around. That's how strong he is. I believe that's what happened in the film. I mean, that's also what happened on the posters, or one of the posters. But Kong is also able to survive long drops from a certain amount of heights, I will say. Like, in the movie, they made Kong fall asleep, and then they carried him with balloons, and then when Kong woke up to fight Godzilla again, they popped the balloons, and he fell on the mountain, and then he slid down, and then he rammed into Godzilla, thump, 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 thump. Godzilla survived too, don't worry, he didn't die. And then Kong went behind a rock, Godzilla came in, and he just grabbed his tail and started pulling it. And apparently Godzilla tried to escape, which is kind of odd. So anyways, this Kong is definitely very, very durable and very strong if he's able to lift up the king of the monsters. And another thing is, I hate to say it, but King Kong won. Like, I hate to say it, but I really actually wanted Godzilla to win. Like, think about it. If Toho actually had no confirmation of them thinking Godzilla was going to be the winner. But let's just sure hope, like, okay. Also, my opinions have changed for Godzilla vs. Kong. I definitely do think Godzilla is going to win. But that's only because he has more fighting experience and he's been around much more longer. Now, back to King Kong versus King Kong. 1962 versus 2017 or 1973, depending on the timeline or whatever. Which one do I think would win? But not just because of his immense size, how durable he is, and what he's done. I think the 1962 Kong is the winner. Because Legendary's Kong, while he's faster, I would have to pick the strength over speed, because alright, let's say this. I gotta stop saying 1973. The 2017 Kong, basing off the 1962 Godzilla. I definitely do think Godzilla would own King Kong, but this King Kong defeated Godzilla. But let's just say that, like, they see each other, would they fight? I definitely do think they'd fight, because they look pretty different. Like, I don't think Kong's gonna look at Kong and say, you're my parents or something, because Kong knows that they're two different things. But tell me, what do you guys think? Do you think that 1962 would lose against 2017? Or do you think it would be the same outcome that I chose? Please let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!